Hello, hello, it's your friend DoubleByte, and we're back with some Dominions 4. This is a continuation on my massive 2-hour play session. Last time we attacked a bunch of fish people, so let's see if we kicked some fish people ass. I love how chill the battle music is. It's like really repetitive, but like not awful, in my opinion. And yeah, see, those are those nets. So they net my front guys, but my front guy sucks, I don't care. And Midians are those guys in the bottom. They're my actually good dudes. And, you know, they're kind of innately flanking on the side there. And just sweeping up. And yeah, so I lost a bunch of my crappy dudes, but all 6 of my good dudes survived. So, who cares? And how the early battles are, just weeding out you're not very good people. Horse tribe cavalries are actually really nice. Horse tribe is one of the few kind of native tribes I'll recruit. They're cavalry and they're archers, so they're pretty damn strong. I'll be getting some of those later once I spread out that way. Spoilers. Yeah, the shaman are kind of cool, but they can't research, and they also kind of suck. So, I'm not going to be getting any of them. These guys also suck, but they're really cheap. And I do grab some of them just for their net capabilities. Yeah, I'm kind of indecisive about that for a while. The chariot archers were really neat. I misused them a bit in the previous game, but so let me go back a second. Well, it's too much of a pain in the ass to go back, actually. Whatever. So, they're chariots, so they're very mobile. And they're archers, so they can kite for days. They also have a trample ability, so if they do get in melee and have to run away, they'll trample over everyone in their path. Which I think is kind of cool. So yeah, an unexpected event. I don't think it was anything particularly interesting. I'll try to pause on the interesting ones so you can read them, but usually it's not too big of a deal. And yeah, right now I'm just in the process of building up my army because all of my neighboring places are pretty strong. And I don't have a sense of power level of units, so I don't have a sense of like 10 pale ones versus 70 wolf tribe. I just don't have that sense yet. So until then, I like to make sure I always have a big advantage in numbers. And as you can see, I'm really trying to pump out the research as much as possible and get going with that. Even though I don't have wind guys yet, again, once my god comes online, we'll be able to start really cranking out research. And I don't think I've clicked over them, but I'm mostly going to be recruiting mystics because they're pretty cheap and have like a decent variety of magic. You know, like the ones with 2 fire can start casting the fire blasting spells. Yeah, just more nature gems. And yeah, it's really fun to have turmoil and luck because you just get events all the time. I just find it fun. But the good let me see. No, I'm not going to right click on it. Whoopsie. That's a mystery. I'm so indecisive. I try to balance out resources with gold, so I use up almost all of both. Anyway, so if you see, I'm not sure. Actually, can you see my mouse? Whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, so the high-end mage of these guys has, I think, 3 nature and 3 wind. So they're real good. Because 3 is enough to cast most of the divination spells for finding new locations. I get lightning bolt so I can snipe out enemy troops. It's just real solid. I always forget to crank up province defense, but it's just such a good way of like filling out a space with extra troops. And sometimes enemies won't, if they haven't scouted it well enough, they'll see your units, but they won't see your province defense, and you can really take them by surprise that way. So yeah, I've got a pretty good army going, so I'm gonna go for it. Try to take the temple. Oh, so that icon that you see, right there, that's a temple of Ascension, I think they're called. You need to capture a certain amount of them to win the game, and they have certain effects. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So I won't know that until I capture it. But you kind of have to capture them anyway, so even if it's like, you know, Temple of Death, well, it's like, well, that sucks. I have that next to my base now, but what can you do? Yeah, so wait, pause. Fuck. I do want to show off these guys because they're pretty cool. Braces are nice because they get you the bonus supplies, which can be really nice if you're fielding a really big army. But the really good guys also do that. So I really don't like old units. It just weirds me out that I want a bunch of old people. Okay, so yeah, so 2 guaranteed wind, a construction, earth, whatever, a nature, something else, 19 research, and they're sacred, and they have awe, and they have a ton of resistances, and they give you extra supplies. They have 10 health, so, but maybe I can get armor or something for them later, but that's just such a good stat, like such good stuff. Anyway, I'm really excited about them. So yeah, I think I'll let this video continue until the next turn so we can see the results of the battle, because yeah, that's always exciting. Oh yeah, I'm really going to start remembering to add priests to my armies in case they start spamming skeletons, because priests can dispel dead and take care of them real fast. Also, at this point, I have my chariots set to hold and attack, so they fire for a little bit and then charge. I thought that'd be really good with their trample ability. And you know, it made sense and it's cool. Hey, they're chasing them down and stuff. But as you can see here, I lost 6 of my 10 chariot archers, and they cost 50 gold and 20 resources each. So we're all not happy about that. After that, I set them to fire and hold distance, because with their mobility, they can kite for days. So construction 2 is enough for getting the owl quills. So now I'm going to put into evocation so I can start using my mages as blaster mages. And I need to go restock my dudes there. So it's a little bit of a setback to lose that many archers, but not awful. I'm really indecisive in this game. I'm not sure if you've noticed that, but I like to really think about stuff before I make decisions. But you know, it was a good thing, obviously. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying. I've played quite a bit of this game at this point, but it's only been against AI. So there's only so much a strategy can improve if you're against AI, and there's still just so much going on. Okay, going to end this video here. You know, keep the videos nice and short, but doing pretty good so far. Why is it called Insanity? Okay. Anywho, cool. So yeah. So until next time, DoubleByte out.